Sawing wood. Building a wooden house is a dream for many, evoking images of rustic charm and a connection to nature. However, turning that dream into a reality involves a meticulous process that unfolds over several months. The timeline for constructing a wooden house can vary significantly based on a multitude of factors, including the complexity of the design, the size of the home, the experience of the building crew, and even the weather. A well-planned project can proceed smoothly, while an unprepared one can face numerous delays. Understanding the typical stages and their durations is crucial for anyone embarking on this rewarding journey. Generally, from the moment the first shovel hits the ground to the day you can move in, you can expect the construction process to take anywhere from 6 to 12 months, though more intricate or larger custom homes can certainly take longer. The pre-construction phase is arguably one of the most critical stages, and its duration can be highly variable. This period involves everything that must happen before physical construction begins. It starts with finalizing the architectural plans and engineering designs, a process that can take 1 to 3 months, depending on the level of customization and the number of revisions. Once the designs are approved, the next step is securing the necessary building permits from local authorities. This can be a surprisingly lengthy process, often taking anywhere from a few weeks to several months, as it depends entirely on the efficiency and backlog of the local municipal office. During this time, you will also be selecting a builder, finalizing contracts, and arranging for financing. Simultaneously, site preparation work begins. This includes clearing the land, grading the terrain to ensure a level foundation, and bringing in essential utilities like water, electricity, and sewage systems. The site preparation alone can take 2 to 4 weeks, assuming the weather cooperates and there are no unexpected geological issues, such as hitting solid rock where it was not anticipated. Once the permits are in hand and the site is ready, the foundation work can commence. This stage is the bedrock of the entire structure and must be executed with precision. The duration for laying the foundation typically ranges from 3 to 6 weeks. The process begins with excavating the site for the footings and basement or crawl space. Concrete is then poured to create the footings, which will support the weight of the entire house. After the footings have cured, the foundation walls are constructed, often using poured concrete or concrete blocks. This stage is heavily dependent on weather conditions. Heavy rain can flood excavations, and freezing temperatures can prevent concrete from curing properly, leading to significant delays. Proper waterproofing and drainage systems are also installed at this stage to protect the future structure from moisture damage. With the foundation firmly in place, the most exciting phase begins, framing the house. This is when the wooden skeleton of the house is erected, and the structure starts to take its three-dimensional form. The framing process can take approximately 4 to 8 weeks. Skilled carpenters will construct the floor systems, followed by the walls, and finally the roof trusses. As the walls go up, the house truly begins to resemble the blueprints. The sheathing is then applied to the exterior walls and roof, creating a solid shell. This shell is then wrapped in a protective house wrap to create a barrier against moisture and air infiltration. The speed of this phase is highly dependent on the skill of the framing crew and the complexity of the architectural design. A simple rectangular house will go up much faster than a home with complex roof lines, multiple gables, and unique angles. After the house is framed and enclosed, the focus shifts to the exterior and interior rough ends. This multifaceted stage can take another 6 to 10 weeks to complete. On the exterior, workers will install the windows, doors, roofing material, and siding. This is when the house's final appearance starts to emerge. Simultaneously, inside the structure, a flurry of activity takes place as various tradespeople install the essential systems. Plumbers will run supply and drain lines throughout the house. Electricians will wire for outlets, switches, and fixtures, and HVAC technicians will install the ductwork for heating and air conditioning. This is a critical coordination phase, as all these systems must be installed correctly and inspected before the walls can be closed up. Any mistakes or changes at this point can be costly and time-consuming to fix later on. The final stage is the interior and exterior finishing, which can be the longest part of the build, often taking 8 to 16 weeks. This is where the house is transformed into a home. Insulation is installed in the walls and ceilings, followed by the drywall, which is then taped, mudded, and sanded to create smooth surfaces for painting. The painters then come in to apply primer and the final coats of color. Flooring is installed, whether it's hardwood, tile, or carpet. Cabinetry for the kitchen and bathrooms is set in place, along with countertops. Plumbers and electricians return to install the fixtures, sinks, faucets, toilets, light fixtures, and outlets. Carpenters will install interior doors, trim, and baseboards. Outside, the final grading of the landscape is done, and driveways or walkways are poured. Finally, after a series of final inspections to ensure everything is up to code and a thorough cleaning, the house is ready for the homeowner to move in. This meticulous finishing work is what gives the home its character and quality, and rushing it is never a good idea.